Tuesday morning. Just going to do a short video today of what we're going to get up to. Got a lot of different jobs to get done today, so we've got to feed the pigs first and go and feed the cows. And then we've got to get up some potatoes. We're going to start storing a few today, so putting a few in the cold store, see what they're like. We're not going flat out on storing at the moment, just getting going, make sure everything's working. So all our pig feed gets delivered into these big silos. It comes in a lorry and then gets blown in. Matt's filled up the 1 ton hopper. We use this for filling up the big feeders. Don't know where Matt's hiding up quite. To be fair, he was here early this morning. He's got everything ready. Morning, Matt.
Morning. Everything's always ready.
Yeah, I know, you're pretty good to be fair. So Matt normally gets the pig bags filled up. The first 20 minutes every morning I'm normally on the phone trying to sell potatoes to people, but we've started early this morning, so haven't got that far yet. We're head along to the pigs and get them fed. At least the new gates have lasted a few days. Pigs will still be in bed probably, they're quite late risers. We want to get going a bit early at the moment. We start an hour earlier when we're getting our potatoes, try and get in front. We've got Roger and his wife Marie coming out for about 9 o'clock, so we need to get the animals fed by then hopefully. So the first thing we have to do every morning is check the electric fence. So all these pigs are only kept in with electric fence. They're bloody clever pigs actually. You'll see them go up to the fence now and again and sniff the fence, and they can tell whether it's on or off. So it's really important that we check the electric fence. That's not great. That means there's a slight fault somewhere. Nice thing about these speed right controllers, I can turn the electric fence on and off from wherever I am. If you've got a broken wire or something, you don't have to go miles to turn the unit on and off. Right, quick update on this first pig. This was one of the ones that was giving birth in the first video. Hello girl. So she's one of the few last ones of the ones we bred ourselves, and for a comparison, I think she ended up with 5 or 6 piglets, and then you compare that to the one next door that's got 14 left. It's a big difference, so that's why they've got to go back in the bushes to get to this one. You can see the size of them. After 1 week they're quadruple the size they were when they were born. Hello guys. Hello. So once the piglets get to about 2 or 3 weeks old, they'll start eating nuts. So we start tipping nuts in one of the corners with a bit of electric fence around it, so the mum just can't eat it all. Make sure they've all got fresh water. Yeah, so that's why it's not working properly. I just knocked it over. So it's a constant battle. Pigs like digging around and they bash into the fence and knock it over. Here we go. Let's stand it up without getting electrocuted. So it gives you about like a spark plug, to be fair, electric fence. It doesn't do you any harm, but it's enough to stop the pigs going through it. I did show it in my first video, but the sows have as much feed as they can eat. Obviously there's fresh water in the black tanks. They have a nipple drinker, so they suck on it and fresh water comes out. And you fill it up in the top, give as much as they can eat. Lucky with the weather this morning. I think there's a storm coming at the weekend, so I better make the most of it. It's always a pleasure being out here when it's this weather. It does turn into a bit of a quagmire out here in the winter. It makes it difficult to feed them and look after them, but you just have to put up with it. But the pigs love it, as long as they got a nice warm bed they can get into. They love messing around in the mud. So these are the new 1 ton contented product feed bins. Really impressed actually. They've got 10 spaces, and I did think the rain was going to run down them and fill them up with rain, but we've had a few downpours so far and they've been a lot better than the metal ones. The mummies and daddies are ready for their food. We've got to check Fred. Fred had a nasty injury last week that will make any man wince. Matt will tell you all about it. What happened to him, Matt?
Wasn't pretty. I think someone got a bit nibbly with one of his Nuts.
Yeah, we'll see if it's healing up yet. Yeah.
Made your eyes water.
He took a nasty graze to his ball sack, unfortunately, so we'll be spraying it. Morning, everybody. Ready for breakfast? Fred's funny, he's standing in exactly the same place and I had to stand there and wait for his breakfast. Morning, Fred. Hey. It's one of the other boars, so he'll have to have a little sort out, see who's boss. But, oh, he's took a chunk right out of one of them. Poor old boy. Pigs have the most amazing ability to heal. So injuries that would take a human months and months to recover from, a week's time they heal up beautifully. You won't even be able to see that in a week's time. But we just spray it with a bit of antibiotic spray. Right, so we feed the sows in troughs. Careful, Matt. He had you over. We do feed them out just out on the floor in the summertime, especially if you've got new gilts in here, because the older sows will push the new gilts out and I won't let them have any feed. But the gilts in here now are been in here for a while and they're all used to it. Fred waiting patiently. He just stands on the end of this trough and waits for his dinner to be served to him. Hey, big boy. You gonna give us a kiss? Good boy. Loves a scratchy back. Although we don't try and pet the animals too much to make friends of them, I think it's good policy to keep the boars on side. They're such big, strong animals, and he's probably 300 kilos, and a pig can lift 6 times its own weight with its nose, and they got nasty tusks, so keep the boars nice and friendly. It's obviously just safer. You ready, Fred?
Sure. That's my leg.
Yeah.
You helping or not?
He's definitely boss pig, isn't he?
You always wait for the same place, don't you?
Yeah. Morning, crazy pig. She's getting a bit better. We've been hand feeding her a lot. And having piglets has actually calmed her down. We'll have a quick look. She had 12 or 13. We couldn't get anywhere near this pig. Hello, guys. Lovely and warm in there. So these, they're called aardvark pigsties. They're insulated, so in the summer they're cool and in the winter they're warmer, and they've got a little gas strut at the back here which expands and contracts with the temperature, and the back door will open and close for ventilation. So it's almost closed today, but on a nice warm day they open right up. Right, let's wake Katie up. Morning, girl. All fast asleep. Piglets have doubled in size again since the first video. Hello, you guys. Looks like we've got definitely 2 or 3 from next door in with her. She always just looks dead. I'll add a clip in a minute. She was out and about the other day, going around with her babies. She certainly gets out and about, because compared to the other pigs, she does twice as much digging. So she root up all the vegetation. Don't know what they're actually looking for half the time. I think they're looking for worms, having a nibble on them. Right, let's go and find Daisy. Daisy's had a bit of a tough week this week. They've been being educated to electric fence. Where her and her brothers and sisters were bottle fed, they never grew up with the electric fence like the rest of the piglets do, so they just naturally learn what it is and what it does. But they're out now, so their pen at the bottom is open, and then they come out and root around in this bit, get some used to the electric fence. It's still got a fence around the outside of it, but it's just got electric on the inside. But oh, here she comes. Daisy, get off! Daisy! Come on. You gonna say hello, Daisy? We're gonna follow you through your life on YouTube to when you have babies. What do you reckon? Hey? Heidi's come out for an introduction. Hello, Heidi. So Marv calls her Heidi because she hides under her ears. And all the babies are out. Hello, girl. Can we see your eyes under there? Not really. Hello, little ones. So it's about a 3-mile drive to the cows, which every day just gets tiring. Right, got 4 tons of potatoes loaded up. So the cows love potatoes in their feed. It's their favourite thing, actually. It's quite a handy thing having a mixed farm. We produce different crops, and one of the byproducts of growing potatoes is obviously waste potatoes. So we feed those to the cows, and they're a great form of starch. So it saves a lot of money on buying in concentrate food. If we can use our own waste to provide a feed source, it's brilliant. So right, I've got to drag all this 3 miles down the road now. Right, we've arrived. So we've rented this yard for about, I don't know, 20 years now. It's an old 1960s, maybe early 70s cattle yard. We haven't outgrown it. We've just got to do something more efficiently, or get a system in place that's more efficient. Hence why we've built the new building. Dragging all the feed over here every day, dragging the manure back. We've got to bring straw over here. It's all. So all our feed comes over in either big black bales of silage. So we're currently feeding a red clover, grass silage and whole crop barley. Straw for bedding. We're trying to produce a higher welfare, top quality beef for the farm shop, which is like something better now. So we've always tried to do Angus. The reason behind that was every housewife in the country has heard of Aberdeen Angus. It's a high quality breed, but we've struggled recently to be able to buy enough, so we've got all sorts now at the minute. To be fair, we'll probably try and do all the Angus through the shop, and then the other breeds will go back to the market. We're going to blow some straw in a minute, give them nice fresh straw. We've got a bit of feed left over, so we'll give them less today. Hello. They're all like, what the hell's going on? What's this guy talking for? Some nice Angus in here, but there's some blue cross. They probably come out of Holsteins or Friesians. They look a bit awkward. Hello guys. What's going to be nice about the new barn is we're going to be able to separate the sexes off, so males and females will go in one end. And different age groups. Cattle through their growing cycle need different levels of protein in their feed. At the moment, because we're all in one yard and they have to get on with it, they have to have the same food every day. But we'll be able to separate them off, change the way we feed them. That'd be more efficient. Yeah, that's right. Right, let's get them strawed up. Alright, a couple of bales of straw. Give them 3 bales of straw a day at the minute. Take the net off. Let's stick one more on the back. And we're going to blow it in now. Not very nice straw this actually, it's a bit dusty, so it's a good job they're outdoors. I've got some better stuff at home, so when we get onto the new barn, we'll use that. Use the 110. Use the 110 for most jobs. It'll go on the feeder wagon in a bit. We've got a couple of other John Deeres and a case as well. They're going to use those for getting up spuds later, so we'll have a look at those then. So the McHale straw blower has its own control box, has its own little remote control, which is quite good for manoeuvring the spout about, so you can blow the straw exactly how you want it. Hooked onto the diet feeder, so let's start filling it up. First thing in, a ton of potatoes. See if we can get them without spilling them everywhere. Matt's busy unwrapping the bales. That's the film on film I was talking about in a previous video. So you've got the black plastic around the outside, white plastic in the middle. You get all the good jobs, don't you, Matt? What? You get all the good jobs, don't you?
Oh, I do. This is one of the better jobs.
It's better than putting straw in by hand when it's blowing a gale.
Definitely a lot better.
Yeah. I'm trying to work out if you're going to be the new Caleb or Gerald. Gerald, I reckon, yeah. I'll have to have a work out and see if I can work out to do subtitles.
What, have a new nickname?
Yeah.
Yeah, for a long time my name is Gerald anyway.
Well, your last job?
Yeah, my last job, and that's my nickname for a long time. Get me on the phone, it is worse than Gerald.
Is it? I stay in the teleports when we're doing this, but I could get out and help, but if you're not careful, these bales of silage will flip out, and I'm always worried that someone's going to get squashed when they're undoing one. So if I stay in the teleporter, I can let it down quickly if it starts falling apart. Right, the bales are all opened up. Now we need to hook the shear grab on, because we only need half of each one of these bales, and the easiest way to do that is to put a silage shear grab on. If they've cleared all their feed up, and I think they're hungry, they get a whole bale of grass silage. So we need about 2.2 tonnes today. If they've got a little bit left over, we'll give them 2.2. If they cleared it all up, they can have 2.5. So there's a big load of blades in the middle flying round and round. And this is called a TMR ration, which means totally mixed ration. The idea of doing that is the cows are picky, so they'll pick out all the bits that they like the best and leave the bits they don't. So by chopping it all up and mixing it together, the theory is that every bite has the same amount of ingredients in it. Alright, let's feed some cows. we're waiting for potatoes. Too fast, slow it down. There we go. Right, open the door up. PTO on. Could have done with longer mixing today, but I'm running out of time, so we've got to get on. Got 10 ton of potatoes ordered, so we need to get back to the farm and get those done. So that's the cows all fed. Sweep the last little bits into their trough. Nice straw bed. Everyone happy, Matt?
Yeah, everyone seems happy. All out and eating, so.
Yeah, so it's the best time to check the cows when they come up to the feed. It's easy to check their eyes, check their general health, and anything that doesn't come and eat, you know, there's probably something wrong with it. So they will line up nicely like this. Then we can walk around, just check everything. Nice fluffy straw bed. Straw blowers are great, but when it rains hard you can't put enough straw in an open yard. So it'll work well in the new barn, but we haven't used that blower an awful lot in this yard. Right, back to the farm now. So next job on the list is potatoes. So we've got nearly 10 ton of potatoes to get ready for deliveries today. So they get picked up by a local transport firm called Staplehurst Transport, and that's all through a company called Veg UK. So we're going to get those orders ready. We did them all yesterday, so we washed and bagged them all up yesterday, and we've just got to get them out of the cold store today and get them ready to go.